Traditional chiefs from across the country's districts converged at the State House for a meeting with the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow. Contemporary socio-political, economic, and security issues dominated the agenda, the chiefs reaffirming their full backing to the President and his government. The meeting also accorded the chiefs the opportunity to brief the President on their recent trip to Guinea-Bissau, where they paid condolences to the government, people, and family of the late Paramount Chief Fernando Augusto, who died early last month. Momodou Jallow, the chief of Lower Nyomi, who led the 9-man delegation of chiefs to Bissau, expressed gratitude to the President for supporting the trip, noting that it has strengthened the bonds of friendship and solidarity between the two countries. During their stay in the country, the delegation met the President, Prime Minister, and other government officials, where they both reaffirmed their commitment to work closely in the interest of the two countries. Speaking on domestic issues, several chiefs, including Momodou L. Bojang of Kombo North, Ibrahima M. Sanyang of Fonyi Jarol, Alaji Jany of Central Baribu, Seh Dawda Yok of Nyanija, and Yaya Jajisi of Jara Central, all commended the President and his government for its handling of the economy in light of the rising prices of basic commodities. They blamed external factors for the situation, urging Gambians to increase agricultural production to overcome inflation. The chiefs also called for the lowering of prices of local products in the market, as it could help the economy grow and stem the rise in prices of imported goods. On security issues, the chief dismissed the planned November 11 protests as a ploy by some people to stir up trouble with the intent to destabilize the country, reassuring the President that they will all prevail on their subjects to ignore the protest and maintain peace. They finally decried the activities of some social media users who spread disinformation to confuse the public and push their political agenda. Responding to the concerns of the chiefs, the Minister of Interior, Siaka Sonko, urged citizens to follow due process if they want to hold a protest, warning that the authorities will not compromise national security. The Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Sidi Keita, outlined a number of steps taken by the government to contain inflation, including increasing the salaries of civil servants, fuel subsidies, the removal of tariffs on flour and other basic consumables, and cash transfers to local communities. These measures, coupled with a cut on presidential overseas trips, the minister added, are all intended to boost the domestic economy and enable it to overcome the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has significantly affected the world. The finance minister also dismissed suggestions that government condones or is unwilling to fight corruption, saying they have taken adequate steps to enhance transparency and accountability. He said government is reviewing the procurement laws to close all the loopholes in the process, whilst also reviewing the operations of the Senegambia Bridge, where the monthly revenue has risen to $40 million from $18 million previously. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Momodou Jallow, urged Gambians to stop bribery of public officials as a first step in fighting corruption, adding that the government is still waiting on Parliament, as it has already submitted the anti-corruption bill. This, the Justice Minister argued, underlines government's commitment to fighting corruption, whilst also urging witnesses to testify against corrupt officials in court to help government convict suspects. The President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, commended the chiefs for their activities, singling out the visit to Guinea-Bissau as an important step towards cementing the ties between the two countries. As President, Barrow said he has the responsibility to protect and promote the Gambia's interests and welfare at all times, and recalled the sacrifices made by his government in 2017, when the country barely had any reserves left in its accounts, noting that the Gambia now boasts of 8 months of import cover. In response to the current economic realities, President Barrow said government has spent $1.5 billion to subsidize fuel and also vowed to fight corruption, but acknowledged that government cannot interfere in court cases, as he is committed to a fully functional democracy that protects the rights of the people. The President also said his government has recently taken steps to control the rise in prices, reassuring that he is sensitive to the plight of the ordinary people. The situation, he however added, is felt the world over, but requires collective action to address as a country. President Barrow also called for a massive agricultural campaign to produce more rice, stating that government has already launched a project to meet 95% of the country's rice needs. He praised the chiefs for their efforts at the grassroots level and reassured that government will continue to work with them to promote national development. Momodou Jallow, GRTS News.